Shalom, shalom, Akim, it's your brother here, Yochanan. First and foremost, I would like to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Wadash, Barak Thumb. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule well and that taught me this truth. And salutations out there to the hopeful elect, the brothers that have been putting in his work diligently, sincerely, and truthfully. To you, I like to say shalom, okay? Hey, today I'm just kind of going off the top, man. It's kind of going off the top, going through the spirit about, what's happening, recent news, the prophecies going on and off, how to move in this time that we in, we in the later days, the seasons we're in, so on and so forth, all right? So we'll just start with Ecclesiastes 3:1. To everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under the heaven, a time to be born and a time to die, a time to plant and a time to pluck up that which is planted, a time to kill and a time to heal, a time to break down and a time to build up, a time to weep and a time to laugh, a time to mourn and a time to dance, a time to cast away stones and a time to gather stones together, a time to embrace and a time to refrain from embracing, a time to get and a time to lose, a time to keep and a time to cast away, a time to rend and a time to sue, a time to keep silence and a time to speak, okay? A time to love and a time to hate, a time of war and a time of peace. So everything, there is a reason for the season, okay? And as we're going through these scriptures, the times we are in, right now it's a time to, we are not in that time of building up, especially not America. We in that time of breaking down, It's a time to weep, to mourn, all right? For Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai to come back, man. We are not in that spirit of vacation and having a good time and living our best life and so on and so forth. We let the people in the world do that, man. Right now, our number one objective, our number one goal is to keep continuing to push this truth, keep continuing to endure in this truth, and Lord willing, wake up the elect, man. Wake up and feed the sheep, okay? That's our due diligence as men of the Lord, okay? It's a time of hate, man. It's not no time of love right now. Shit is only waxing worse and worse. All right, things is only getting harder and harder. All right, things ain't getting easier. The economy's not getting better. It's getting worse. Okay, the people in the world love is waxing worse and worse. It ain't getting better. All right, a time of war and a time of peace, man. We in that time of war. All right, Russia coming in the front door telling us basically, man, we ready to nuke y'all asses, America. All right, and China coming through the back door because we know that all our allies will turn against her. This is prophecy happening, man. So we're not in that time of making peace treaties and peace, da-da-da. Now we in that time of war. All right, why? Because Yahweh Shem Yahushai is stirring that pot, man. All right, he's getting ready to make his second coming upon the face of the earth. And the people in your daily person going on in the world, especially in America, don't have a fucking clue what's going on, man. You're lost in the sauce, man. They're worried about vacation. They're worried about, going out. They're worried about being harlots, and they worry about just men just popping women, just not being focused on the task at hand, man. They kind of just going through the motions, but they're not doing things at a high level. They're not really caring about what they're doing. You know what I mean? They in that American dream mindset, man. Where if you work hard, you're gonna get what you want. But a lot of people are learning the hard way that's not a dream. That's just a nightmare. Matthew 6:33. But seek ye first the kingdom of Yahweh and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you. Okay, so we're supposed to continue to seek the kingdom. How do we continue to seek the kingdom? By following laws and commandments to the best of our ability. By going out on the highways and byways, men of the Lord, to preach his gospel, man. I could continue to upload videos on YouTube to feed the sheep, man. No matter what Esau do. If he keep knocking your channels, whatever, make a new one, man. All right, brothers is probably on their third, fourth, fifth, sixth plus channel, man. Don't matter. You got to keep pushing this truth. Just because Esau cut your one channel don't mean you stop preaching and stop uploading videos. You got to continue to be consistent, man, to be diligent, man. Take therefore no thought for the morrow shall take thought for the things of itself. Sufficient unto the day is the evil thereof. All right, so the evil is consistent. We got to be consistent, man. The wicked ain't taking a day off, so we can't take a day off. You know what I mean? And if you seek the kingdom of Yahweh, hey, all these things will be added unto you. What things? The things that you want in the world. Wanting to have a job, wanting to acquire, money and be able to, go out and enjoy yourself here and there, and be able to have a house, and be able to have food, and be able to, provide for your family and your kids and whatnot, man. You seek Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, he's going to provide those things for you, man. All right, but if you're not seeking the kingdom of your heaven, then how do you expect those things to be provided unto you? Proverbs 11:1. A false balance is an abomination to the Lord, but a just weight is his delight. Okay, and a false balance, what does it mean by a false balance? All right, maybe you're too much into one thing, but not enough into the other. All right, maybe you're too much into the flesh, but you're not starving the flesh, and you're not in the spirit enough, or as much as you should be. You know what I mean? Hey, we all subject to being too much in the flesh sometimes, and that's why self-examination and fasting and prayer will help you, man. Because Scripture says there's some things that demons won't be able to get uplifted off you except by praying and fasting. So sometimes as men, as people, as humans, being susceptible to this weak flesh, we need to be able to fast, all right, from food, from the internet, from water, and just go on a 24-hour plus dry fast, all right, and just let it hurt, man. It's supposed to hurt, but prayer and being in the spirit and reading it and, just objecting your mind to the words of the Lord, that's important, all right? All right, 2 Timothy 1:7. For Yahweh have not given us the spirit of fear, but of power and of love and of a sound mind. And we know that, nowadays people are panicking, man. They're fearing. They're wondering why or how they're going to get their next meal. They're wondering how they're going to continue to provide for their family. They're wondering what they're going to do with the rent. They're wondering what they're going to do with groceries. They're wondering what they're going to do with the gas prices going up. All right, they're wondering how and why. They're trying to make it happen themselves. Now, yeah, we have to do stuff. We can't just say, I believe in God and just stand still in the house all day and then pray. You actually have to act out things. But you also, while you're doing things you're supposed to do, you're supposed to walk with faith. Right? And knowing that Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai got your back no matter what. And that's something that the people in this world don't have, man. They don't have that faith. All right, so when things go bad, they're going to try to figure out things on their own instead of trying to leave it up to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai to deal with it. All right, to walk circumspectly, man. All right, that's what it says right here, Ephesians 5:15. See then that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise. All right? Circumspectly, meaning you're aware of what's going on. You're aware around you. You're up to date with what's happening around the world. You're up to date with the news. You're up to date with what's going on. You're not just sheep to man listening and accepting everything your government tells you. That's what sheep do, John 16:33. These things I have spoken unto you, that in me ye might have peace. In the world ye shall have tribulation, but be of good cheer. I have overcome the world. And that's the Lord warning us, man. That, with this word and with Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, we find peace, man. And we do. We find comfort in knowing that what's happening in the world was already foretold in the scriptures. And if we believe in Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, we know that we have nothing to really worry about, man. Because he said these things were going to happen. He said to have faith in him, to continue to do the work, to continue to abide by his law. He got our back, basically. So we believe in that. We continue doing those things no matter how much what does it say? It says, in the world you shall have tribulation. We're going to face bad times, man. We're going to face downs. You're going to get hit. You might not have to, might get hit with something. Man. You might not drive for a few months. Your woman might leave you. Might lose your job. Or, something might happen. You might end up breaking your leg, getting surgery. You might be low on money and, bills might be hard. You might be struggling with food. You might not be able to eat as good as you used to, stuff like that. But you got to have faith that the Lord is going to provide a way, man. You got to have faith in that, man. You can't just stop and get sad. Yeah, we get sad here and there. We all get emotional. We get mad and we get down and we get, But the most important thing is not to be out. Continue to strive and continue to fight, man, no matter what. All right? Because there ain't no such thing as the end unless you give up, man. All right? Philippians 4:13. This is a famous verse used by Christians and whatnot. I can do all things through Hamashiach, which strengthens me. And we really can, and we really got to believe that, man. As you get older and you get stronger in this truth and this faith, you'll understand that you've been able to do a lot more at a high level than what you were used to doing when you was in the world. You know, you might deal with a certain situation better because you following the scriptures. You know, you might come in a humble spirit, not so prideful and arrogant. And because of that spirit that you came in, the Lord is going to see you through that, man, in a righteous way. You know, just learning how to deal with people. I know me, I'm learning that first and foremost, you know, just trying to walk with more humility and more meekness and more humble, all right? And kind of putting away that pride of the flesh and just thinking you always right and, you know, just kind of treating people kind of like they below you because you know this truth. You know, we still supposed to walk as humble, meek men upon the earth, all right? And, you know, like the scriptures say, a soft answer turneth away wrath. You know, we don't always got to be up and fiery, especially towards our loved ones and towards the people in our life, because sometimes that's not the best way to go about things. You know, we have to walk circumspectly. We have to walk wise. We have to walk as harmful as doves, but as wise as serpents. And sometimes that's taking a back seat. Sometimes that's taking that on the chin and keeping it moving. Sometimes that's taking an L, which will eventually lead to a win. You know, sometimes you got to be willing to lose in order to win. Sometimes you got to make them sacrifices. And that's what it's about, man. All right, to get to where you got to get to in the end goal. All right, we all got to be more diligent, be more sincere, and be more mindful of that type of mindset, man. Because if not, the flesh will take over, man. It'll consume you, man. All right, that's why daily exhortation and exhortations with yourself and you know, just checking yourself and, you know, rebuking yourself and rebuking your flesh will help you, man. It really will. All right, sometimes you got to set away this phone that we have in our hand 24/7 and not get too caught up in the social media into the other people's lives and kind of just focus on you and what you got going on and what you have to do, you know, because it's easy to get caught up in this world. It really is, man. All right, that's why we have to stick to the scriptures. We have to be around like-minded brothers to continue to check us, man. Right, like-minded brothers continue to check us as iron sharpens iron. You know, we all need checked, man. All right, and that's why the Lord put us around certain men. That's why the Lord told us to be around like-minded brothers, because those brothers are walking on the same path as Yahweh Shai, okay? And that's really it, man. It's just about, you know, just what we can find about Colossians 3:17. And whatsoever ye do in word or deed, do all in the name of the Lord Yahweh Shai, giving thanks to God and the Father by him. All right, and everything we do, we're supposed to move with the spirit of how Yahweh Shai did things, man. Are we supposed to do it for the Lord, man, and not for man? You know, we're supposed to do it because that's the right thing to do, all right, by the scriptures and not by the world, okay? Because you got people out there that say they're good people, but they're good people to the world, but they enemies into Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. That's spoken about in James 4:4. You know, a good man, a good person is the one that follows the laws and commandments of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, the Bible, not someone who follows the ways of this world, all right? So with that, I just want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Wakakwadash, Barakathum, double honors to the elders and apostles of the great millstone who rule well and that taught me this truth, and salutations out there to the hopeful elect, the brothers that are putting this work diligently, sincerely, and truthfully. To you, I like to say, Shalom.